If you purchased a zero clearance insert for your Harvey table saw, you might want to watch this. I'm going to walk you through the steps and I may just save you a little aggravation. You're not going to want to miss this. I'm Rick, and this shut the heck up, you stinking roosters. For your sanity. This is the shack. Hey everybody, welcome. In this video, I'm going to walk you through the steps installing your zero clearance insert for your Harvey table saw. Now, I don't know if it's going to be the same for different horsepower motors. This is for the 4-horse, but it should be basically the same. But I ran into a concern, but not a bad concern, just something kind of threw me for a loop. I really wasn't prepared for it, so just in case you may run into the same situation, don't worry, I got you covered. I'm not sure if the factory blade is any higher than this or shorter. This, even with the other plate in, is actually almost level with the top. I'll put this back in so you can see. That, I mean, it's very close to being right there at the top. We're going to get this zero clearance insert here set with that blade. Now see, it's riding right on that blade. So what I'm gonna have to do, I'm gonna have to raise this up a little bit to kind of try to get it off that blade. Okay, that's good. Hopefully it's all right. So hopefully that's high enough off the blade. I'm gonna get me a weight and set right here. Okay, I have this solid piece of lead. My dad had, I have no idea where he got it from. Ugh. So I'm gonna set it on there. That sucker's about 40 pounds. That should hold it, making sure it's against this. A little bit of play, a 32nd, 64th, back and forth isn't gonna be a big deal. I just wanna get this started, cut a little bit, lower it down, get this flush with this like it's supposed to be, and then can make the complete cut. It's gonna be a little scary, I have to admit. I'm not sure about this. So I'm off to the side here. Let me see if it takes off. Whew. Okay. Raise it up a little bit. I hear it starting to hit. Come on, break through. Dang, how thick is this? Aha, right there it is. Whew. Can't believe the very first thing I cut on this is metal, or at least aluminum. Now with that cut a little bit, I can get the fine tuning done. Okay, let me put this aside until I need to go back. Yeah, I don't have my dust collection connected to it yet. Okay, let me get this lowered back down. Hey, that's good right there, man. Let me lower this down just a hair. One thing you don't want is when your material is going back, you don't want it to hit the table because the insert's too low. You want it, at least the insert be a little bit higher in the back so it has a little bit of drop off. That's good right there. That's good. Yeah, that's beautiful right there. And let's finish cutting this out. Oh man, that's heavy. Now I'm going to try that again. Oh. I think it's just that because it's such a close tolerance, maybe it just hits that the plate a little bit. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's a little weird. Let me see if I can figure something out about that. I'm going to try something. I actually was thinking about this the other day, and I think I'm going to redo the video, at least portions of it. See, I'm still getting pieces of that. Has some play in it. If it's not setting dead center on that blade, it makes that horrific noise. Sound like it's going to yank this out, throw it across the room. So I am a little concerned about that. So what I'm going to do, I think I'm going to lower it down. I'm going to put my weight back on it, and I'm going to pull it to one side and see if I can keep it at that point. Maybe I can shave enough of it off, raising it up and down. I'm going to pull it here. I even thought about possibility of maybe putting some type of shim here to keep it there so I can shave that little bit off. I'm just seeing if it's going to save me a little time versus taking a file and filing it down. Oh God, this thing's heavy. So let me pull that over there like that. Actually, I think maybe I can get that on. I just want to make sure the weight is on the insert and not on that. There. So I'm going to turn it on and hopefully, and I'm going to get out of the way just in case. I'm still a little leery about this. I'm going to kick it on. Hopefully it doesn't take off. Wow, look at all that coming off. Shaving it off good. Oh, the last, because I kind of had to push it back over. Okay, it's tight there. Now I'm going to bring it to this side. And that should be good still there. And you saw when I lowered it, all of a sudden I got a little bit of shavings that was kind of left in the middle. Took care of that. So hopefully this is going to work. Oh yeah. Yeah, I see shavings all over here. Hopefully that did it. A little scary. That's why I kind of reached in real slow, pulled. I want to make sure. So I got it on both sides. If I pull it up, it should have enough clearance in it that it won't grab. So let's just see if it did anything. If it still does it, it's very, very minimal now. Let me see if I was just going to cut wood. Bring it down where I want it. Right there's good. Lock that in right there. All right, let's see what happens. I think that did it. It didn't even catch it, tweak it, make a sound, nothing. Just a little side note, that thing's got so much power in it, it's creating a vacuum. But you see all the chips actually flew out down here. The thing's got so much, it's got so much wind circulation, whatever, it blew the stuff right out. How cool is that? It's all in here too. That's amazing. That reminds me of my DeWalt planer. Whew. Now I have to admit, I was concerned when I first set it on there, that thing was teeter-tottering. Yeah, I had my doubts. I wasn't sure if I was going to do this or not, just because I didn't want that thing to sit on there, turn it on. 4 horsepower motor, that's pretty torquey, pretty strong. Catch that thing and fling it across a shop here. I'm like, oh my gosh, should I do this? I don't know. I was very, very cautious. I stepped away and I was like, far as I could do. Click, start, okay. It didn't take off like a flying saucer, so I'm good. Raised it up, got the initial little cut in it, shut it down, lowered it down, got it level, and then put my weight on there. You definitely want to have something to hold it down secure. If you can shift it to one side once you make the cut, do that like I did. I had the weight, it did good enough, but I actually took it aside real quickly and ran the file through it a little bit just to help, and it fine-tuned it enough where now when it kicks on, you don't hear nothing. So if you do something like this, after you make the cut and you turn it on and it sounds like your motor's about ready to fall out of there, it's because it is so close tolerance on there. Unfortunately, the insert isn't solid, it has play. So if it shifts one way or another, it's going to catch the blade when it initially starts, and you're going to hear that noise. Sound like, oh my God, I didn't know if my motor broke or something. Like, what the heck happened? I ruined my table saw. I was freaking out. But then I watched it a few times and I saw it jump and shift, like, oh, it's the insert. If you purchase one or thinking about it, just realize this is what you may have to do. Again, I don't know if it's all of them, if it's just a 4 horse, maybe it sets a little lower in the other models, 3 horse, 2 horse. But for mine, this is what I had to do. Now, you should go into this knowing what to expect. If you don't feel safe having weight on it, push the thing to one side or the other, just take your time, file it, set it in, start it, stop it a couple times. If it still does it, file a little more. Again, after I did that, I still filed the size just to give it a little extra, and now I have great results. Doesn't make a noise. It is wonderful. Thank you so much for watching. Be blessed. Take back your shack. Build up for your sanity. Just like Harvey says, good enough is not enough. Just because you put it together, it won't hurt to take an extra step or two to fine-tune it for a more enjoyable machine. We will see you next video.